Whoa, whoa, calm down, lady. Hey guys, it's me doing some kind of review. So, I found this game by accident from Steam and it caught my eye. Basically, cause screenshots and mixed Steam user reviews. I thought that this would be a perfect game for this channel. So I completed the game and here we go. The game is called Grey Skies, a War of the World story, and it's inspired by a science fiction novel by English author H.G. Wells. In short, stories about aliens on Mars with their huge metal things starting invasion of Earth. I'm not gonna to make any kind of comparison between game and novel because I haven't actually read the novel, so I will be sharing my thoughts strictly considering this game as an individual product. If you think that's stupid, bummer. The story starts by you or your protagonist surviving a plane crash. Yep, you heard me. Then you start walking through the woods listening this music which I actually really enjoyed. Only why this walking scene takes so goddamn long? It feels almost like the hospital level tutorial in Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, which is one of my least favorite things in any video game. Walking slowly towards nothing. Eventually you make your way to this farm and you find your first main mechanic in this game. Throwing cups of water at generators. After you find a car, you travel through English countryside trying to get to safety. That is basically whole story. So, now that's covered, let's talk about the gameplay and the long list of things I didn't enjoy in a section, stuff I didn't like. First you will notice that every time you get to different location, you are welcomed by this. Honestly, that's stupid, because it's the perfect way to break any kind of immersion, and I also wonder how the loading times are so long. I mean, game itself isn't that good looking, and the locations aren't that big, so why? Or maybe I just have a crappy computer. So, the gameplay is divided roughly in two parts, scavenging and exploring locations, and avoiding aliens. Well, actually they're not aliens, but instead some kind of human zombie things. You will find materials scattered through the world, like chemicals, rocks, batteries and so on, and you can use these to make water bottles and flashbangs. If you have of course unlocked the proper ability, which gets me to upgrading your character. It's very simple, you only have two skill trees, or skill paths to be more precise, where you can unlock different abilities one by one, like more health, crafting smoke bombs and so on, using these red weed things. The whole crafting and upgrading system feels unnecessary and useless, and I think that developers should have instead focused more on adventure parts and puzzles. Actually, I think the whole game would have been better if they have made this a proper adventure game instead of this stealth, light survival action thing. Well, since I already mentioned puzzles, let's talk about them. There aren't any. Okay, there are some, what do you call them, environment puzzles? Like throwing water on generators, finding keys to unlock doors, and using your huge biceps to push crates. Not very innovating. I guess you can call avoiding and sneaking past humanoids as a puzzle, but don't. Avoiding these aliens is big part of gameplay. Sadly, it's not executed very well. Sneaking past hostiles is repetitive and boring, and walking speed when crouched is unbelievably slow. Plus, where you can jump over fences or different obstacles is very limited, and it makes planning your route quite frustrating sometimes. The idea is to avoid tension, of course, and make noise by throwing rocks, and that way get aliens distracted so you can sneak past them. Annoying part is that every time you throw something, your character stands up and that way blows her cover. Luckily, aliens aren't the brightest pieces of brain, so there is a chance that they don't notice you. It's still an annoying feature. It's also annoying when you try avoid attention, but your lovely character can't sometimes get over these teeny tiny 2 cm high platforms unless you run. How are you supposed to be sneaky around here? Huh? Huh? Well, what happens if you get caught? Run. Run like a wind, because these humanoid things are fast bastards, and you will get overwhelmed quickly, and you have no way escaping from them unless you find some kind of obstacle that you can climb over to safety. One time I got so overwhelmed by these electric ladies, they couldn't actually hit me because they were blocking each other. Sadly, I was also stuck between them, but smoke bombs saved my day. There is no way to fight back these humanoid things until later in the game, if you upgrade your character enough. You can unlock these booby traps, which will knock them out. Well, if you can hit them. It's easier said than done. I didn't feel necessary to fight aliens even when I got these booby trap bombs, except one time when whole situation went from sneaking around to pure chaos. There were some bugs during my gameplay, like subtitles didn't appear even though they were enabled, and as I mentioned earlier, your character being so into pushing boxes that she didn't stop until I restart the checkpoint, and some weird design choices like giving you an option to jump down into sewage water, even though you got no option to get back up. What's that about? Also, the cutscenes are unskippable, and in some levels checkpoints are way too rare. Okay, now that I have rambled on about all the things I didn't like, was there anything I actually enjoyed? Short answer, yes. As I mentioned earlier, music was amazing, and I really like the slow build-up early in the game, when you don't know what's going on, and you're making slowly your way towards civilization, trying to find other survivors. Game also looks alright, and sometimes it even produces wonderfully atmospheric and beautiful sceneries. But, do I recommend this? Should you try it? Let's put it this way. In the end, this game made me feel the same way like I felt my time in the army. Wait, let me explain. When I was there, I didn't necessarily always enjoy my time, and most of the time was quite frustrating and required a lot of patience, but now, afterwards, I'm really glad that I went there and my memories are actually very fond. That's exactly what Grey Skies, a War of the Worlds story was for me. Because memories grow sweeter with time.